Hi guys, it is currently 10:16 a.m. on Monday. I think it's the 41st day I'm doing this. I haven't drank any water. I have just gotten up, but I didn't sleep the whole time. Listen, it's okay because I got to talk to my friend um, and start brainstorming some ideas to help. And, I almost let my feeling of that I'm a little bit not on edge like irritability, but on edge as far as a little bit discombobulated. I almost let that stop me. And then I thought, you know what? I can just tell the person that I'm feeling a little bit whatever, but I still want to do this because that is the truth. And when I did that and I just trusted that I still have value, type of thing, I was able to give a lot of really good ideas. And one of the things we're going to start with is a schedule. And I feel like that's almost like a dirty word for people, including me. But the more I learn about brains and learn my brain and everything, we need to think of it as we're scheduling in things that are fun. Like not like a to-do list, but I want to get this done, or I want to do this. How can I do that? And we have a container every day of 24 hours, but we don't actually. So that's the thing. Because what is it? It's really more like 12 hours, 16 hours, something. And if you actually track time, it's just so fascinating to me. But yeah, did I mention I haven't eaten or drank anything? So like I said, I'm a little, and my daughter's gone, and yeah, it's just like, where am I? What's going on? It's kind of like being on Mars for a bit or something. But regardless, I'm excited because I'm realizing that there's so many things I want to do. So I want to schedule those in so that I can do them. And I think I said this several videos ago about I have a plate of responsibility that's pretty darn full. And I was thinking of it in the past of, well, I've got to remove anything that isn't completely responsibility, aka anything for me, any self-care, and I mean any, because I don't have time for that. I don't have time for self-care type of thing. But the problem with that is then your entire plate is responsibility, and that will not work for a happy life, to say the least, or a quality of life. So you will end up, this analogy is coming to me, you'll end up dropping the plate, and the plate will shatter, and now you're like, great, drop the plate, right? So instead, you want to have two plates, where it's like you've got your plate of responsibility, that's not going away, but you also have, and now I'm thinking of like the balance, like a scale, and balance it. And I think because I'm going to work with a kid, and it's like, as a kid, it's kind of the opposite, where there's, in both cases, adult and kid, there's things out of our control. So for a kid, it's like, let's say dinner's at 5. They don't get to control when dinner is, let's say, because they're the kid. So dinner's at 5, let's say bedtime's at 9. Those are like static things in your schedule, let's say. But you want to play video games. So we're going to create a schedule so that the video games get to be in the schedule. Because let's say you realize, because you don't have a schedule, and at like 4:45 you finally get your chores done, and so now you want to play video games. Well, dinner's at 5. You know what I mean? Like, too bad. And then that creates the feelings, all sorts of feelings. Well, it's the same way with adults, but in reverse, especially like single parents, because it's like, if I don't schedule in something for myself, some time for myself, A, it won't happen, and B, like I said, it will lead to just dropping the plate because we aren't robots, you know? And even robots need to be charged, you know? So, and the funny thing is, especially brains with, you know, whatever, is we, at the same time, another part of our brain tries to rebel against the schedule because it feels like it holds us down and it constrains us, but it's not actually true depending on what your schedule is, you know? So that's what I'm really starting to experience and learn of, like, it's like, I can't do all this. It's like, that's not actually accurate. It just feels like that. But if you said, well, what if you had a 2 hour, you know, downtime every day? Like, well, if I had that every day, then maybe I could do that, you know? And so, for example, I released Emotion, like, you know, yesterday morning. And I'm still, a part of my brain's still like, you can't be doing that, you know. I know, trust me, it's frustrating. But I was like, well, I could tell myself a half an hour to do that. And what I mean by half an hour to do that is if it hits me this week when it's appropriate, which it is appropriate, I'm by myself. But I'm just telling you, that's the level of resistance I have. But if it hits me this week, I'm going to literally set a timer and tell myself for half an hour, be in it. And then an hour after that, I mean, it's not ideal, but I'm just trying to do something because it ends up coming out in some way or another if you don't ever, you know. And I don't blow up at people, so that's not going to happen. So then I faint, which is also not quality of life. So that being said, I'm going to do my schedule and I'm going to get my water prepared and get back on track. Well, there is no track right now. But I will say last night I did my meeting, you know, it was 3 hours. And then I went downstairs because I realized I hadn't eaten. And I was like, actually, I'm hungry. And I'm proud of myself because I had like leftover soup. And I was like, okay, that's food. And then I ended up watching, I was rebelling against going to sleep. But today's a new day. It is Monday. So I'm going to start by drinking a bunch of water because that's only going to help me. I'm reminding myself. And I thought I was having like overlapping appointments today and I was stressed about that because I didn't know what to do. But that's not happening, so that's fine. And I have yet to do something I regret, you know? So yeah, it's good. Anyway, okay, love you guys.